Good evening, everybody. This your boy DC Iron Man 2K. Before I begin, please hit the like button on my channel. It always helps. And if you want to subscribe, it's pretty free to do so. My sponsors like that. uh, what I want to get into this particular show is because it's coming around the time for Halloween. My 10 favorite horror movies, or sci-fi if you want, or just one of those weird movies that you watch. Um, I guess you would. I mean, if you want to call it a horror movie, I wouldn't call it a horror movie. Sci-fi. Number 10 would be Godzilla. Always been a big Godzilla fan. It's amazing how Toho, back in the 60s and 70s, used to put a man in a rubber suit and make these fake cities and buildings and got Godzilla tearing up the city. He might be fighting another monster. I thought that stuff was cool, coming up, and then the special effects of him blowing fire or the monster got some special ability. It was just crazy, you know. Now some of the acting scenes was kind of, mm, but I give Toho and those Japanese people they props. If it wasn't for people like them, we probably wouldn't have the movies that we have of today. Which brings me to number 9, King Kong. Man, who could not like King Kong? He said, well, what's so special about King Kong? He's just a big ape. Yeah, I think that's what makes him stand out. He don't have no special abilities other than the fact he's, what, 100 feet tall, 300 feet tall, and he's pretty strong. Other than that, he's just a gorilla. um, but he has a mean side and he has a compassionate side, which is often overlooked in today's society. If you have a compassionate side, people look at you, look down on you. If you if you're mean, some people think it's cool for you to be mean until it happened to them. But very rarely get respect for having a balance, which is often needed in today's society. All right, moving on to number 8. I would say Jeepers Creepers. I kind of like the Jeepers Creepers because it was a different character, different type of reason for the killer. He was like this beast that was probably banished from hell. Every 23 summers or 23 years, he'd come out and eat as much as he could eat. And after the 23rd day or whatever, he goes back into his little shell. I thought that was kind of different. Excuse me. Uh, Number 7, Pumpkinhead. I liked that because people overlook this movie in life, karma. If you do something bad, it will come back on one way or the other. That particular movie, karma came back in the form of a monster. Killed the little boy for no reason. The father got back revenge using some kind of um, voodoo or satanic type method and conjured up a beast to take his revenge. So I kind of liked that idea because a lot of people do things and say things and think that it's not going to come back on them. Trust me, it will. It will. You might think it won't. It will. All right, number six. Number six. I would probably say now a lot of people like child's play. I really with the big child's play fan. Um, or they would probably say um, Hellraiser. Hellraiser. I wouldn't say that. I would go for Night of the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead. That was pretty cool. The way the story went, the government had some chemical, had some biological warfare material that they tried to cover up. Somehow it leaked out and caused the dead to rise, much like our government and our military do today. Trust and believe. You ain't gotta take my word for it. Military hides all kinds of stuff. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this on my channel, but I'm just telling you the truth. Things that we think is impossible, the military makes it possible. All right. Let's see. Was that number five? Okay, number four. Number four. Number four. Number four. Oh, I cannot forget Freddie. I think Freddie should be number three. Oh, excuse me. Instead of Freddie being at number four, Hatchet. It's the same actor who do all the Jason movies, but there was a different story to it. A whole lot of killing. And, this time the female played the hero. Don't see that all the time. Uh, okay, now Freddie. What more scarier than somebody able to kill you in your sleep? You know what? Woke or none of that stuff. To kill you in your dream. Now, the only thing I didn't like about the movie was this was a child perp that the town got rid of, set him on fire. He sold his soul to the, I guess, to the devil and turned him into a being with unprecedented, unprecedented power. Excuse me. I don't get tongue tied. So, um, then number two, which should be my all-time favorite. Um, I'm gonna put I'm gonna put Jason at number two. Hockey massacre been just striking fear for so many years. Um, and I can't wait to see another one. Some people are like, man, give it a break. I'm tired of seeing Friday the 13th. Well, tell producers and directors to come up with some new material, some new uh, horror movies, new killers, new stories. I'm all for that. But until then, let's go, Jason. At number one, there should be should be no surprise. Halloween. How could you forget about Michael Myers? I'll never forget. I was a little boy watching Halloween. And it wasn't just Michael Myers that, in that story, him trying to kill his sister or whatever, whoever she was to him. I used to like the music. I used to like that type of stuff, man. Originality, I guess you could say. That's lacking in today's society. Originality, um, but then some people, excuse me, some people try to be different, but sometimes I think they do too much. I'm not gonna get into that. That's not what this show is about. It's talking about 10 favorite horror movies. But I mean, I'm all for different. I'm all for originality. But most importantly, I'm all about real. So you heard it from your boy. His 10 favorite horror movies. Um, Speaking of Halloween, I hope we all go see it next month. I know I am, and enjoy. And until then, this is your boy DC Iron Man 2K. Love you all, and I'm out.